Hi everybody, it's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hello. I am so glad you found me, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am here today with as I think I established last time, my bi-weekly whip and chat. I was gone last week, so there was no whip and chat last week, but we have a whip and chat for this week. I am filming this on Monday, October 13th, which is Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, or if you're in Canada, it's Thanksgiving. So today is filled with lots of holidays, depending on where you live and what you like to celebrate. So welcome all, and I appreciate you taking the time out to spend a little time with me today. So I have a lot of things to talk about today because, guys, I just got back from a week vacation with the girls. Yes, I took a girls trip. Some of you who have been following me know that back in August, my best friend, and she is also, I met her through the Diamond Tribe, through my Patreon, and she has become my best friend. She flew out here and we spent 6 days with her here. And then I just got back from flying out and spending a week with her. And boy, was it a trip. So I have lots of things to share with you about that. So let's not waste any more time and let's dive into everything. So before I get started, I do want to show you what I'm working on. It is a new project. You guys saw the unboxing last month, and I'm finally getting to work on it. I started it actually the day before I left for my trip, but I didn't even complete one full square. So we're going to finish that square, not a lot left, and so we're going to be able to dive into another one. This image that you're seeing here is not the canvas. This is release papers from Bee's Crafty Corner. So this was a Halloween theme set that I got last year. I do believe it is still available this year. I'd have to go, I'll look in just 1 minute and let you know what the name of it is. But I mean, everyone is different, but look at these. Aren't these absolutely adorable? And this is matte thin. So that is what the paper type is for these. You can get it in glossy, you can get it in thick, you can, I think you can get these in hollow too if you want, holographic paper, and she's got dozens of different designs, so lots and lots of things to choose from. So the kit I'm working on is from a shop that they haven't closed, they're still open, but they don't sell diamond paintings anymore. And this is Mummy. This is the best picture. This is from the edge, the end of the box. There was no inventory sheet. There's no sticker sheet with these kits. And like I said, this isn't available anymore. So this was the picture that I took and put in my Gems Flow. So I've got all the info here about it. So it's a 50 by 50 centimeter. It is a square. And I don't think I put down here how many colors, but it has 46 colors. It did not come with any specialty drills. But I did add some myself, so you are going to see those. I'm jumping over to Bee's Crafty Corner real quick to see if I can find this paper so I can tell you what it's called. So let me go to my favorite shops. You guys are getting to see all my favorite shops as I scroll really, really fast. So I'm not scrolling really, really fast because it's got to catch up. Oh, where is Bee's? B. She is shipping to the US again. So she got that all figured out. Here we go. Bee's Crafty Corner. Because I am fairly certain that this is still available. So I'm pretty sure I saw it. Well, maybe. Oh, here it is. I'm pretty sure this is it. Is this it? Halloween Whimsy, I'm pretty sure. Yes. So it's the Halloween Whimsy, 1864, but you get, I think there's 20 unique images. So there's 20 unique images. Some of them have 2 images on the same page. So, or on the same thing. So you even get more than that technically. So go check her out. I do have a discount code, Dragonfly10. I do not receive financial compensation from any of my discount codes, guys. I only get store credit. Okay, so I do earn a little bit of store credit, and I use that to do giveaways, gift cards for giveaways, prizes for the Diamond Tribe, prizes for events I run, etc. So it all goes back into my diamond painting, my business, my channel, whatever you want to call it. So that is my release papers. I took the cover off and I covered the whole thing with it. So that is how I'm working this kit. I really like working this way. Sometimes I will number them and I will jump all around. Other times I have that whole series, the subscriber participation series on my channel. The old woodmill is the new one that you can go and pick numbers for. I am going to be updating my spreadsheet because I got a lot from the unboxing of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. So I'm going to update it and I'm going to put it up as a community post showing you the image of what is left. So if you haven't gotten to pick a number, you can go and pick a number. It's totally free. It's just you helping me decide where and what images I'm going to do, you know, which sections I'm going to pick. It really makes it a lot of fun. I think a lot of you get a kick out of helping me do this. It motivates me because it's a really big project. So I really love doing this. It's going to stick around on my channel for a while, so look for that. I am kitted up into trays. I am using Diamond Art Club trays, and I have 2 big towers from Carissa's Craft Corner. They hold 20 of the Diamond Art Club trays, the large ones. She does make a 20 for the small one. Sorry, I bumped my table. And then I needed a small one because I had 6 extra, because like I said, 46, so 20, 20, and 6 more. And this is her 10. So she's got a tower that holds 10. But I will have that linked below. My putty I'm using is from Tracy's DP World. It is the putty Witch's Brew from Witch event. I don't normally buy stuff that I'm not participating in the event. However, I love Witch's Brew scent, and it was the only way for me to get this lily pad. Isn't this stinking cute? So is a little witch hat. And oh wow, that is still damp. Yeah, not horribly, but it still is damp, so I don't have to, because I forgot to add it. So how this works is this is for ABs. This got a sponge that you dampen. You put it in here, and then you can put your multi-placer. It will do up to an 8 in here. Then she has a larger size that will do the larger, the 10, 12, and 15 placers. And you dampen your putty, and then use that, and the ABs don't pull out. They don't pull out. They don't rip out. Nothing. I'm using Whimsical Daisies. Oh, and I do have a code, Dragonfly10 for Tracy's. This is for Whimsical Daisy. This is Not Your Mama's Mud. This is, what does this say? It's peach cream. So, peachy cream. So, so I've got that. Oh, I actually do need to add some. So let me pull off the extra, and we'll do that in a minute. Wickedly Witchy, there was a tray and putty holder combo for my event that I'm running on my Patreon. So this is from Créations Morin, and I've got my putty then. Isn't that cute? It was in the shape of a bat. I mean, I'm sorry. I had to have it. That was just too stinking cute. Créations Morin, I have a code as well. And same thing, Dragonfly10. And then this is from WendyK Designs. This was the trinket tray she did for my event. Wickedly Witchy. And I love it. She does amazing, amazing work. So thank you, Wendy. And I have a code for her shop as well. My pen is one that I won the right to buy. This was called, I think, Witch's Brew or something like that. This is from Vicki Peterson at Lady Lathe Customs by Design Co-op. And I won the right to buy this pen. And it is just so beautiful, and it matched this kit so well. I've got some cover minders. This one was one I got from Pure Bliss from one of the monthly boxes last year. And this one, I think, is from GallowaysGallery. And I got that one. And I just thought they were really cute to go with this. My trash pot is from Carissa's Craft Corner. You saw me unbox this in a recent small shop haul. It's a little cauldron, and look, the lid has a little bone on it. There are little grooves that allow you to line it up right to get the lid in, so the lid sits flat. And of course, I can't seem to find it, but I don't want to stick my head under the camera. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on a second here, because I just had it in there. There we go. Duh. Okay, just had to get a little closer. So there is my trash pot. We can go ahead and leave. And it serves as a cover minder. It's got a magnet on the bottom of it. So I've got that all set. This is the color I left off on. Oh, and then I keep everything in my project bag. All of my Halloween ones were being used, which I actually did just bring a new one back from Colorado with me. So I will be using that. But this is from Wolfgazer Designs. So this was a Thanksgiving one I got last year. It's got Thanksgiving gnomes at the top. So it was the closest seasonal thing I had at the time. But I will be switching that out. All right, let's take this off. As you can see, I just have a little bit left inside the pumpkins, and then we're going to move on. And I'm going to be showing you because, guys, I bought it. I bought the square ruler set. I also bought the round, but I use that for this. And can you see how straight everything looks? So I'm thinking I'm just going to use it on the edges so that all my edges are perfect. I ended up pulling it off and then filling in. So I'm going to continue to do that. I think that's going to work out well. So I'm going to show you how we use that in just a minute. All right, let's see. I'm doing C. Okay. Make sure I know which. Oh, I need to load stuff in my pen. We're going to pull out this putty because it's been in there for a while I was gone. So I flew out on Sunday, October 5th. We had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get to the airport. I flew out of BWI. I live in South Central Florida. Yeah, I wish. I live in South Central PA. And so it took about an hour to get to the airport. So we went down. Oh, and just so you know, okay, let me show you real quick. In case if you've never used putty before. So I want to put putty in my multi-placer. So I'm going to actually press down and then wiggle it like a cookie cutter. And voila, you get it in there. Now, sometimes you have to go back and get more because it's not thick enough. But this actually seems, I'm going to take a little bit more. Just a little bit. Perfect. That was absolutely perfect. Okay, so we've got the putty in. Now, I do occasionally use putty in my single placer. There's nothing that says that you cannot do that, and it works really, really well. But I really like using Whimsical Daisy. Now, a lot of times you see that they say, oh, you got to scrape. This one you're not going to. You're going to just wiggle it and push it down through. And let's see. Did it catch? No, it did not. Okay. So I'm going to kind of stick it, and then I'm going to push it in there. There we go. Sometimes when you put it down, it'll just come back up filled. Other times it does not stick fast, and it goes. There we go. All right. I always press it down on a release paper or something just to flatten it, and then I can get rid of the excess so it doesn't grab drills I don't want. Because we don't want that either. And that is a random drill because it's a round. Here's another. Where are these round drills coming from? This is a square painting. Okay. I think we're ready now. Okay. I do not know where all these round black drills are coming from. That's really bizarre. Do we got them all? Okay. I think we're good. So we get to the airport. My husband drops me off. I did request wheelchair assistance. So I went to the Southwest. I flew Southwest. So I went to their area, got my wheelchair assistance. They came and got me. They took me through security. And as always, for some reason, every time I go through security at BWI, my crotch dings. Yeah, so I had to, as I mildly put it, had to get felt up by the TSA person while they checked to make sure that I didn't have, you know, anything in my underwear, I guess. So I was like, oh, yay, that's so much fun. Not. And then they took me to the gate. The gate on my boarding pass said A9. So when they scanned it, it said 89. And so A9 is where they took me. So I get there and I have about 45 minutes until boarding. And I'm like, perfect. So I'm sitting there and I'm wondering why there's not a whole lot of people coming to that gate. And then I hear someone talking about Florida. And I'm like, what is going on right now? Well, it is now boarding time. And I'm like, okay, are they running late? There's no employee. So there's no employee at the gate for me to ask or talk to. And all of a sudden, over the loudspeaker, it goes that flight da-da-da-da-da is fully boarded, minus one passenger, and they call my name. Please report to gate C6. Are you freaking kidding me right now? So I'm at the wrong gate. I go and open up the app and look at my boarding pass again, and now it says C6. Well, there was no overhead announcement, nothing saying that the gate had changed, nothing. Well, I pile my bag into my wheelchair and I start pushing the wheelchair because I cannot carry that bag. And guys, I'm at A gate. C is the other side of the terminal. They have A, B, and C. So I need to get to the whole other side of the terminal. So I go and I see a Southwest employee and I said, I need help. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I can't help take you over there. I got to do this right now or whatever. And I'm like, can you call them and let them know that I'm on my way? Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay. All right. Thanks for nothing. So I get going and I come to the end and all I see is a staircase. But then and I'm like, okay, this is not going to happen. So there's a security guy there and I say, hey, I'm trying to get to C6. I was taken by wheelchair assistance to the wrong gate. Could you help me get to C6 and could you let them know to hold the plane that I am coming? I'm in the airport. And he's like, yeah, no, we don't do that. There's some elevators. You can use that to get to gate C. And I'm just like, wow, everyone is so helpful. Not. So I go in the elevator, then I still have a long ass way to walk. I'm coming up onto the gate, like I can see it. And I'm going, I'm here. And she shuts the door. I get up there and I'm like, I'm Heather Wartburg. I need to get on that plane. Nope, sorry, I shut the door. And I'm like, and she's like, you should have been here earlier. I'm like, I've been here for an hour and 15 minutes, but they took me to the wrong gate. So you need to yell at wheelchair assistance, not me. Or Southwest app for not putting the correct gate. And I'm trying to explain, I'm very upset, because here I'm thinking, great, I've missed my flight. Now I can't go. I'd never had that experience before. So I'm trying to fight not crying. Teenage Heather is knocking at the door because I'm freaking out. All the abandonment buttons have been issued, and I'm like, oh my God, Heather, stop. You were not abandoned by the plane. But I'm completely and totally freaking out. Literally freaking out. And I'm talking to her and she goes, ma'am, I really don't care. Well, I stopped freaking out and Heather automatically got really pissed off. She opened the door for Teenage Heather to come walking right through. And I was like, excuse me? She goes, ma'am, I can rebook you for a later flight. I have 2 that are leaving relatively soon. I can book you on a flight that leaves in 40 minutes. The gate is right down there and it will take you to Kansas City where you will change planes and then fly on to Denver. Or you can wait for a nonstop flight, but that won't be until around 11 a.m. Well, I didn't want to sit in the airport for 5 hours. That was not something that I wanted to do. So I went ahead and I took the Kansas City flight, which if you talk to Allison, who I was flying out to see, we avoided that flight because she was avoiding me. We didn't want me to have to change planes because it's a lot, you know, to get up and off. And what if wheelchair assistance wasn't there, you know, or anything else? Or if there was a really short time between flights, you know, that I don't make it in time. Well, I went ahead. I took the Kansas City flight. I get to Kansas City. And well, to be honest, it turned out perfect because the flight wasn't even full. So I had no one sit beside me, which was super nice. So I was not really crowded. I was nice and roomy. The flight was great. The flight attendants were amazing. When I got to Kansas City, the wheelchair assistant was right there for me. The flight crew of my Kansas City flight helped me with my bags with the wheelchair, getting them down for me. And I got to my gate and I was set and ready to go. Everyone at the gate taking me to Denver was fabulous. No issues, no problems. Our descent was a little bumpy. We had a little turbulence upon descent, but other than that, smooth sailing. No issues. Everything went really, really well. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it was just meant to be that this was the flight I needed to be on. It's one of those things where you're not hoping or wishing for this, but you're like, oh my God, is something bad gonna happen to that plane? And you know, that I'm gonna be like, oh, thank God I wasn't on it. No, nothing bad happened to the other plane. So thank God for that. But yeah, my over dramatic brain was like going full tilt here. That there had to have been some type of divine intervention here that put me on this plane instead of the plane I was supposed to be on. All right, I got 2 drill colors with just one each that I'm looking for. Oh, here's the M. So I made it to Denver. Well, if you've never flown into Denver Airport, boy, let me tell you, it is an experience. It is huge. Now, I have flown into Denver, but I flew in over 30 years ago. I was 18 years old when I flew to Denver. I lived there for 4.5 months, and I had flown in, you know, to Denver way back in the day. All right, bear with me once. Oh, there it is, guys. All right, I was like, I can't find the last color. And I had to take, I had wheelchair assistance, so they were taking me, but I had to do an elevator, then a tram, then an elevator, then another tram, then another elevator. And then I was finally there. So poor Allison was there. She had gotten there earlier because she had a 4-hour drive from Denver. She had driven in the day before and had stayed at a hotel since my flight was so early. She didn't want to have to get up and leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning to drive to Denver. We're going to pause right there because I'm going to open another section. And I'm going to line up my thing here. All right, so how I do this is I'm lining it up with the bottom edge. And then we're pushing it down. All right. That looks pretty good, I think. Oh, hold on. It's not right there. So what is the malfunction here? All right, hang on. I want the bottom. The bottom is the most important part. Okay, maybe it wasn't this one. Even though that's the one that's curved, I'm pretty sure that's the one I was using. But let's just see, just in case. Because these aren't guaranteed. Nope, that was the one I used because it was the closest. All right. Give me 1 second while I line this all up. At first I thought that this wasn't like worth it. It's like, why am I bothering to do this? Is it really, really worth it? But guys, then I saw how straight that corner was. And I was like, okay, yes, this is very, very much worth it. Okay, so let's do the 3 dots. I mean, I think this is going to be really nice for large color blocking sections. This isn't a large color blocking section. So I am doing confetti in here. But it really lines everything up nicely for you. Okay, so she had to swoop around the terminal like 7 times because they'll only let you stop long enough to load or unload. And finally, I told her, okay, I'm in the last elevator. I'm on my way. And the guy went to wave her along and she's like, can I please stay? The person I'm picking up is in a wheelchair and they're coming down coming up the last elevator to get here. And he's like, oh, okay, go ahead. You're fine. So thank God. So we get out, we open the doors to the outside world, and there she was. So I was like, yay! So we're rushing. She's grabbing my bag. I'm climbing up into her truck, and we're off. I'm kind of jump ahead for a second because it was kind of funny. It was later that night when we were getting ready to go to bed at her house that I came over and I'm like, we never hugged hello. And she's like, oh my God, you're right. So we had a big hug and we were like, hi. And we kind of had our welcome there after our 4-hour trip home. So it was really kind of funny how it all worked out. But so I finally made it to Denver. It was just an ordeal, guys. It was truly, truly an ordeal. So she lives in Grand Junction. So we had, like I said, a 4-hour drive. And the whole week before I was going, I was like, I'm so excited. I'm going to get to see snow. And she's like, Heather, it's too early. There's not going to be snow in the mountains. Well, as she was driving to Denver, it was snowing in the canyon. And so we're driving and guys, it snowed. I'm going to input pictures right here that I took of the mountains with snow in them. So it was really, really awesome. So I love snow and I was so excited that I got to see snow on October 5th. I don't think I've ever seen snow that early. One year when I was living in Maryland, we did get 6 inches of snow on Halloween night. But I don't think I've ever seen snow as early as October 5th. So that was really cool and I was really happy about that. Guys, if you've never gone to Denver, you need to, or just Colorado in general. The mountains are beautiful. The best part about Grand Junction, where she was, is Grand Junction's in a basin. It is surrounded on 4 sides by mountains. So you either, to get out, to go anywhere, you either have to go through the mountain, as in there are a lot of tunnels that you have to go through. So you either have to go through the mountain in the tunnels that they have built, or you have to take the roads that go over the mountains. So every day when we went out, or I just walked outside, I could turn in any direction and see a mountain and see mountains. And when I say see mountains, I'm talking about mountains that are like 1 to 2 miles away, if that. So it's not like they were thousands or hundreds of miles away that you were seeing. They were right there, guys. On my 4th day there, that Thursday, we took a trip. Allison works for Chevron, and she does natural gas mining. And she took me as far as she could to see where she worked, because it is private property and I can't go on to certain parts, but I can be on the county road. So she took me on the county road so I could see approximately and roughly where she works at. And sorry guys, I'm trying to find a color again. I am trying to find H and it seems to be eluding me here. Oh, there it is. Okay. And I mean, I can't even imagine because she's surrounded by that the majesticness. I mean, we're driving on this county road. I literally could have gotten out of the truck, taken like maybe 4 or 5 strides, and bam, I would have been on the mountain. I went and asked the question. I'm like, oh my God, it's this close. Does this road ever get, like, are there mudslides all the time or rock slides? Because I'm like, wouldn't this road get covered? And she goes, yep. And then she starts showing me remnants of recent rock slides and mudslides. And I'm like, oh my God. That I was like, I had so much appreciation for her and her job and her coworkers at that moment in time that, I mean, guys, they really, truly are risking their lives. We don't think about it like that, but what if they're at their well or they're driving on the road to get there in bad weather, and then next thing you know, there's a mudslide and you're caught in it? I mean, I was seeing remnants of the mudslides going across the road onto the other side. And if you've got mudslides coming from both directions, and there was evidence of that, it was very mind-boggling. Now, she was showing me that a huge part of that is owned by the county or the state. I can't remember which, but you can go hunting for elk on it. I was really hoping I was going to get to see an elk in the live, like in its natural habitat. Unfortunately, I did not. We did not see any wildlife. I was also looking for, she had taken some video of a baby bear that kept coming and hanging out at her well site. And she had video of it that she had shared in my Patreon. And so I was kind of hoping that we were going to get to see Mr. Bear. But yeah, he didn't show up either. So I did not get to see any. And she was laughing because she's like, there's usually wild turkeys everywhere. There were no turkeys either. So I did not get to see any wildlife in its natural habitat. I don't know if you guys can hear Atlas barking, but he was just barking. So he was letting me know that he is a wild animal and he is in his natural habitat. So that was one of the first questions that people asked me in the tribe was, did I miss Atlas? Did I miss the woo? I did at the end. It was a nice break, and I think it renewed my love and admiration for him from having this time away, because it was getting to the point where he was being so obnoxious that, I just wanted to pack his little duds and take him to the pound because he was driving me crazy with the barking. But let's see, I think that's an H. He has since relaxed some. So I did end up missing Mr. Woo. We did a lot of diamond painting while we were there. It was really just like a relaxed time. We diamond painted. She took me to a local burger place that was amazing called Munchies. Got a fantastic burger and fries there. We did some DoorDash. I made my homemade spaghetti for her while we were there. Spaghetti sauce, I should say. We binge watched the entire first season of Landman, which both of us had seen before, but the second season is coming out, I think November 17th or around then. And so we wanted to refresh our memories. So we binge watched that. And then Allison doesn't watch a whole lot of TV. She watches more movies. And I insisted, because she loves horror. She loves horror. Halloween is her favorite, etc. And I'm like, you've got to watch Wednesday. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, please just watch an episode. And if you don't like it, we don't have to watch the rest. And she was like, all right, fine. Well, she loved it. We ended up on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? No, Thursday. No, I'm going the wrong way. Tuesday night. So Monday we binge watched all of Landman. Tuesday we started, and then that night we watched Scream 1 the first Scream movie. Well, Tuesday then, we watched the first 3 episodes of Wednesday, season 1. And then we stopped and we watched Scream 2. And then Wednesday, we binge watched the rest of season 1 of Wednesday and all of season 2. I had asked her if she wanted to watch Scream 3 that night, and she's like, can we just watch more Wednesday? And I was like, we sure can. So that's what we did. We diamond painted. I had taken a couple of, what is going on here with this drill? Give me 1 second here. Is there something wrong with the drill? Because that's the one thing I have to say. These drills have been really amazing. And no, there was nothing wrong with the drill. All right. Did I just not place it right? Okay. Nope, it's fine. All right. I just didn't place it right. What was I saying? Oh, and then Thursday is when we went sightseeing. I did film some video and I was going to put it up as a short, but I never got around to it. So I apologize. I'm sorry. Actually, you know what I think I'll do is I will add it to the end of the video. So stick around. I'll try and remind you again that when you get to the end, when I do all my goodbyes and everything, stick around, don't go anywhere, and you can see some video that I took from the trip. And I will add in some more pictures and stuff too for you guys. Friday, we had to get up and, I was talking about my projects that I did. Okay, so I brought 2 of the Addison Lane projects that I had unboxed on my channel before I left. So I took 2 of those. I took the Happy Halloween one and I took the spooky one. I had put up on my Patreon for all members, both paid and free, to vote in the poll which ones I should take. And those were the resounding top choices. Happy Halloween was number 1. They had over 67% of the vote. Spooky was number 2. Then it was the haunted house, and then the 2 pumpkin ones. So I took Spooky and I took Happy Halloween because they were the top 2 winners. And I completed those Sunday. So they were done on Sunday. I had brought 2 Sparkle Pals with me, Rocket and Sugar, in The Incredible Hulk. So I completed those. Now, Allison had picked up the Hobby Lobby calendar for me because they didn't have it at my Hobby Lobby, but they did at hers. So I started working on that. I ended up, by the time we left, I started at December and started working backward. I got from December to June. So I have January through May to complete still. And I think I'm just going to try and get that done this week or this month. And that way I'm set and all done with that calendar and ready for next year. So we ended up going to Hobby Lobby and I picked up 3 of their Christmas canvas, like the ones that are mounted on the canvas. I got one of the acrylic, like decoration ones that have the little stand. And I finally bought that Highland cow from Diamond Dots. Well, the Highland cow is still in Colorado. I did not have room for it in my suitcase, so Allison is mailing that one to me. Along with, sorry, I had to take a sip. Along with my sweater that her dog Phoenix had claimed and rolled up in a ball and was sleeping on, and I forgot to grab it when it was time to go. So she's going to be sending me my sweater and my Diamond Dots kit of my Highland cow. But they had a Christmas cow, guys. And I did it. I bought it and I completed that while I was there too. So look for a video. I mean, I'm going to do a video this week of the projects that I did while I was gone. So you'll get to see them all. So make sure you tune into that. It might just be a short that I throw up on my channel. So if you don't see a video this week of it, make sure you check in to see if I threw up a short. I've been doing a lot more shorts, and I'm going to be doing that so that I can keep you guys updated on my projects. So make sure that you're always checking to see if I have any new short content. And just so you know, for now, I have not monetized my shorts. I'm sorry, they're 3 minutes. I would be irritated as crap if I had to watch an ad during a 3-minute little video. So not happening. So I know a lot of you, well, I don't know that a lot of you, no one has said anything to me about it, but I'm sure that some of you that don't have YouTube Premium might not like the fact that now I have ads on my channel, and I am sorry about that. I really do. I wish there was a way that I could set it up that there was just like an ad in the beginning and an ad at the end. And I don't know if maybe I get access to something like that further on down the road, but currently at the moment, I don't. So it does ask me if I want to put them in the middle for some videos, and I said no on those. So I don't know. I don't know how that's affecting things. Please don't leave me a comment telling me how it's affecting things. But I hope you all bear with me and you understand my need for doing this. I know that for a very, very long time, I stated the fact that, you know, I was, I'm just going to switch to putty. I don't feel like dealing with the, not your mama's mud right now. So I'm just going to poke in his ear and get some putty on there. All right. I'm going to leave that open because that smells so good. What was I saying? Oh, I know for a very long time I said that I was never going to be monetized, and I didn't think I could. I didn't think that with my disability income that I could be monetized, but then I did find out that I can have X amount of income a month, and things have been really tight for us financially. I know that might seem strange to say when I just went on a trip. The trip was funded in a variety of ways. And we just have a lot of expenses right now. That's kind of what it boils down to. There's a bunch of things that are wrong with our house that we can't fix, that we're going to have to pay. We found evidence of termites. So, I have to contact an exterminator about that. I have no idea how much money that is going to run us. If anyone has had that situation, and if you successfully, because I see that there's a lot of treatments that you can buy yourself to do. If you actually have had that situation and you have successfully eradicated the termites yourself, please either tell me what to get and where to look in the comments, or send me an email at Diamonds and Dragonflies, and it's AND in the middle, not the ampersand. Diamonds and Dragonflies 2023. Please make sure you put that 2023 in, or I'm not going to get the email, at gmail.com. And send me links. If you are on Facebook, you can send me links at Heather Hope Wartburg is my Facebook name. And speaking of Facebook name and my profile, I do want to address this because I've had quite a few people sending me random friend requests. If you are not a member of the Diamond Tribe, I will not accept your friend request. The only exception to that is for small shop owners who I work with. If you are a small shop owner and you want to work with me, or, you know, that kind of thing, you can send me a message first, and then I will let you know if you can send me a friend request. It is for protection for my family, guys. I do have 3 children, one of which is severely autistic, and I need to protect their privacy. I don't post a lot on my personal page, but when I do, I'm posting pictures of my family. I'm posting pictures and, making posts about my family. And I share a lot on my channel about them, and I do have their permission to do so. But for example, you've never seen a picture of William on my channel because William doesn't want me putting his picture on my channel. Emily has actually, my youngest, has actually done whipping chats with me. And she's been a part of lives and stuff during Just Breathe in 2024 with me. So pictures of her have gone up, but not of William. And so I respect that. He's okay with me showing the occasional picture with the tribe, but he doesn't want it open to just anybody. So I hope I'm not offending anyone. It's not my goal. I don't want to do that. And I'm not saying that, oh, well, if you want to be friends with me, you got to go join my Patreon. No, that is not the case. Just if you want access to that part of me, I limit it to people that I know more about and that I talk to on a daily basis, because I don't know. Some of you might belong to other Patreons. I don't know. And that's fine. Support whoever you want. I will say, though, that everyone that I know of that is part of my Patreon that belongs to other creator Patreons tell me that mine is very different. Mine is more of a community. We have a group message. It is not a chat. We have a group message that we all talk all day long. We share what's going on in our lives. We ask for advice. We ask for help. We Zoom 2 to 3 times a week minimum. So you're getting to, thank you, honey. Tech support just pulled the door shut. He's doing laundry and he's trying to cut down on the noise and stuff for me because Rhea just comes and goes as she pleases. And she doesn't care whether she rips the door open or not. So I wanted to say thank you to him for that, because that is a big help. And it's less noise for you guys. But what was I saying? Privacy. But I get to see these people. I've seen their faces. I know they're not a bot. I know they're not a make-believe person. Because they're live, in Zoom with me. And I'm getting to see them. So I have that level of security. And that's why I only allow them to, those members to be part of my personal page. We have a Diamond Tribe exclusive Facebook page. You get there. That's where I run the events. We're doing monthly paint-alongs. We're currently in the middle of Wickedly Witchy. November will just be a monthly paint-along. And then December, we're doing an Advent event. We're counting down to either Christmas or our tribe Christmas party. We do a Secret Santa. So that's going to be going up soon for my Patreon. And a lot of people might be put off because I talk about the tribe. I talk about them because they're an important part of my life. If you had told me 3 years ago that I was going to be flying to Colorado and spending a week with someone that I had just met last September, I would have laughed in your face and told you that you were a moron. No way in hell that's going to happen. And yet here it did. I'm going to stop just for a second to talk about how important this trip was. And I'm not going to diamond paint during this time right now because I really want to get this point across. And if you haven't noticed, I talk with my hands. I have had something missing from my life for pretty much since I was 18 years old. So for 34 years, I've had something missing from my life. I had it briefly in my 20s, and then it was gone again. And I haven't had it since. I had it for a little while between 2014 and 2018, but then it was gone again. I have shared in my mental health videos, I suffer, well, I don't want to say suffer, I hate that. I have borderline personality disorder. It went undiagnosed until I was 48 years old. No, 46 years old. And it was eye-opening. I didn't realize that I wasn't running my life. A part of me was running my life. The part of me that protected me and kept me safe. The problem, and that might sound like, well, what's wrong with that? To a point, there's nothing wrong with that, except the fact that she was overbearing and she had to control every single aspect of everybody's life, not just mine. She went out of her way to keep the little girl part of me safe, that she didn't care how she had to do it. I was not a good person in general. Did I ever do anything vindictively or with the mindset of hurting someone else? No. I have always been loving. I have always been giving. But I was also extremely controlling. And that doesn't work really well with social relationships, with interpersonal relationships. I struggled with, I just kicked the camera. I struggled with maintaining relationships with coworkers, with maintaining relationships with my own husband, maintaining relationships with the people that I had become friends with. And it finally got to the point that they didn't want to deal with me anymore. Now, that's nothing to say bad about them. No one, including myself, knew that I had BPD. Now I know why I had difficulty with those. Me doing my channel and starting the Diamond Tribe was literally a social experiment at the recommendation of my therapist, to dip my foot into the pool of interacting socially with people. It was considered a safe zone because if it wasn't going well, I could just disappear. It wasn't working with someone that I was going to physically see day in and day out. Have I butted heads with some people that have joined the Diamond Tribe and fights have ensued or discord or we've parted ways? Yes. Am I personally responsible? To a point. Some more than others. Some of them, it was for the betterment of the tribe as a whole. They say that your people will find you. I firmly believe that. I have 66 members, paid members of the Diamond Tribe right now. They are the most amazing 66 people that I have ever had the privilege of meeting. I am very close to quite a few of them on a more personal level. Allison being one of them. She is my soulmate. She is my soul friend mate. I can't imagine my life without her in it. And it would be devastating to me if anything would to ever happen that would cause our friendship to end. I couldn't wait to get home to see my husband. I missed Kirk tremendously from this trip. I missed Rhea, and yes, I missed Woo. But I didn't want to leave Allison too. I was also fortunate enough to get to meet. We went back to Denver on Friday, even though my flight wasn't leaving until Sunday morning, because another dear friend and someone who has a part of my heart, member of the Diamond Tribe, flew in Friday night till Sunday morning simply to be able to spend Saturday with me and Allison. And that was Michelle. Tim, if you are watching, that is her husband. Thank you so much. I am 52 years old, and this past weekend, I had my first girls' weekend. You heard me, my first girls' weekend. I didn't do slumber parties as a kid. I didn't have them because my mom, we were extremely poor growing up. And my mom we didn't have the space nor the funds to host having, a whole bunch of girls come over and spend the night. So I never had slumber parties when I was a kid. There were a handful of times that I had like a sleepover with a friend, but I never attended a slumber party at someone else's house. Even all of the other adult friendships that I've had in my 20s and 30s, and briefly in my 40s, I never had a weekend away. The closest was I worked for an art studio from 2014 to 2018. I was the studio manager, and my best friend from high school owned it. Well, her and I went to a ceramic retreat for a weekend, sort of like how we have diamond painting retreats. So we went to our ceramic manufacturer who was holding a retreat for the weekend. That's the closest that I've ever had of having a, quote, girls' weekend. But everything we did was right there. We had so much fun Friday night, Saturday. The three of us. I'm going to insert a picture right here. So here's a picture of the three of us. We bought matching shirts at the Denver Zoo that say Zoom call, and it's 9 windows with 9 animals on a Zoom call. When Allison saw that, it was like, oh my God, that's perfect because of us Zooming. And the funny thing was that it's 9 boxes. That's our typical Zoom presence. We've had up to 20 some people in Zoom at a time, but typically we're around the 9 people. That seems to be on average. So it was just absolutely amazing that was the case. And so we got matching shirts. And then we Zoomed on Saturday with the rest of the tribe, but the 3 of us together in the same room. And it was amazing. When I had to get up at 2:30 in the morning on yesterday, on Sunday the 12th, and had to say goodbye to Michelle because her flight was later than mine, I was wishing for more time. It wasn't enough. I was so grateful for what I had, but it just wasn't enough. We've already decided it's going to happen again. We are actually in the process of investigating having our own Diamond Tribe retreat. So that is something that is going to be forthcoming in 2026, hopefully. So we're trying to work out all the logistics and everything for that. So there are great things coming. And I can't wait to get to meet more of my tribe members in person. Boy, do I wish some of them lived here in South Central PA. And I'm saying this because I'm sorry, I cannot remember your name right now. I'd have to go and stop and look it up. But I have a subscriber that does live nearby. Please email me. I would love to get to meet you and hang out. And I really hope you consider joining the Diamond Tribe. It would be so amazing to be able to have someone who lives nearby that I could get together with on the weekends or whatnot and diamond paint with. That would be absolutely amazing. So please, 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 my email is down in the description box. Please email me if you are interested in getting together. And please consider joining the Diamond Tribe. I offer that to everybody. I do a money-back guarantee. If you join the Diamond Tribe and you legitimately make an effort to participate, you are talking in chat. If you have to be a purple dragonfly to come to Zoom. But if you come in at the $10 threshold and you are a purple dragonfly and you come to Zoom and you find that it's just not for you, message me. I will refund your money. And no harm, no foul. You don't have to show your face on the Zoom at first if you don't want to. You don't have to talk at all if you don't want to start with in the Zoom. But try just saying hello in the chat. You will have so many people wrap their arms around you and welcome you in that if you are someone like me who struggles with having adult friends that share my hobby, that don't have personal interactions, just ask any member of the tribe and they'll tell you. There's just nothing. We're not a Patreon. It's not a member atmosphere. It's a community. We've built a community. And I am so proud of what we have built. And I can't imagine my life without those 66 women in it. I really can't. What I got out of this week was so much friendship, so much love. Like I mentioned, we did go to the Denver Zoo. I love the zoo. We went Friday while we were waiting for Michelle's plane to come in. We did Boo in the zoo. Oh my God, all the kids in costume. I took some really great pictures of some of the animals. I will, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to insert a little slide reel of the pictures that I took of the animals that we saw at the Denver Zoo. I will sit back, enjoy it. I'll add some music to it, and I'll see you in just a second. So don't go anywhere. Wasn't that awesome? Allison was calling me the animal. I was the zoo whisperer. That's what she said. So many of the animals. It started off with the lion. He was the very first exhibit we were at. He was looking the opposite direction, and I wanted to take a picture, and I wanted his face. And so I was like, "Hi, how are you? Could you look over here, please? I really want to take your picture." And at first he looked up in the sky, and I said, "No, not up there. I'm over here, to your right." And then he turned and he looked right at me and just sat there for a few minutes and let me take the picture. And then he turned and looked away. And Allison was like, "What the heck? How did you do that?" And then it happened again with the Sumatran tiger. And it happened again with the clouded leopard. He's the one that there was like, it looks like I could reach out and touch him, because if there hadn't been a guardrail there, I could have. He was on the other side of the enclosure behind a tree log, and he came and walked all the way around just so he could walk right in front of me. And once again, I had asked him to come over and out. The elephant, we got there and I was about to take a picture and he walked into his house. And I was like, "Will you get your butt out here? I need to take your picture." And what did he do? He turned around and he came back out. And I got his picture. So it was just this little humorous thing that, you know, I'm like Dr. Dolittle with the animals at the zoo. Unfortunately, a lot of the animals, I guess they were tired. They didn't want to be around. So, you know, I unfortunately wasn't able to see all of them. We have determined that the next time, if we go again, that we don't go during Boo in the Zoo. There were a lot of kids, a lot of kids. It was really cool though to see all the parents that dressed up with their kid. So that was pretty cool. We didn't dress up. So basically I was just like, we went as diamond painters. So, you know, that's what we went. We rented a motorized scooter for me so that I could do the zoo, because there's no way I could have walked all around that zoo. That would not have happened. And so I guess you could say I also got a little glimpse of the fact that I can do these things. I just have to make some adjustments. Speaking of that, because I know I had mentioned that I was going to Hershey for my test results from my imaging. I did that right before we left, and it was a really big waste because he said the same thing that the previous two neurosurgeons said, that there is nothing they can do for me. Anything that they could do surgically to improve mobility or reduce my pain would just end up transferring the pain from the pain I have to a new type of pain. That my back is just too messed up. I have developed and I didn't even know this was a thing, but I guess as you age, your body growth plates start shifting again. And I've only ever had thoracic scoliosis. And as a child, it was a 38-degree curvature. Well, now my curvature in my thoracic is 45 degrees. I now also have a secondary curvature that is 42 degrees in my lumbar spine. And then I have a 12-degree cervical curvature. My back is literally an S, because if you look up here real quick, my cervical starts and it just comes out a little, and then it straightens out, and then it curves out for the thoracic, comes down, and then the lumbar is the opposite direction. So if you turned it sideways, it would be an italicized S in my back. I asked about a lumbar fusion. I do have a cervical fusion. The curvature starts right below my C5, C6 fusion that I had. They can't fuse any other part because of there being 3 curves now. They would have to straighten everything. And at my age, at 52, and with the nerve damage that I already have in my spine and in my hand, it's just going to amplify it. It might give me more mobility, but that mobility is going to come at a cost. And that cost is going to be making the pain that I feel now look like a paper cut. So, yeah. So that was not good news. So the trip was really helpful in keeping my mind off of that. That basically, this is where I'm at for the rest of my life. I figured at this age in my life that, my kids would be grown and gone, which they are, but that my husband and I then could travel and we could go to parks and museums and walk around. And I was really feeling like that was just not possible. We don't have a vehicle conducive for carrying around or hauling a power chair. And I don't need one in the house. I only need it when I'm out of the house at this juncture in time. But going to the zoo and renting the chair and that allowing me to see everything and do everything was amazing. So I just have to take a new look at what my life is going to be like and make changes. The best part about being at Allison's, other than being with her, is she is a rancher. So there were no stairs, thank the gods. So that was amazing that I didn't have to do stairs like I do here. My husband and I are seriously considering selling our house and trying to find a one-story house that I don't have to do stairs to get to from the bedroom to the kitchen to the living room kind of thing. So we'll see, but that might be something that's going to happen in 2026, or at least the process gets started, because I don't know how much longer I'm actually going to be able to do the stairs. And quite frankly, I really don't want to have to make my living room, my dining room, my bedroom. First off, because I know my husband's not going to sleep down there, and I don't want to not be sleeping with my husband every night. That was another really great added bonus of the trip. Kirk really missed me. My husband is not the kind of guy to tell you that he misses you. He has said to me that, oh, well, yeah, if we were separated for like 6 months, I'm sure I'd miss you, but, you know, not for you going away for a week. Well, he did. So quite a few days, he would just randomly message me and say, I hope you're having a good time, but I really miss you. And it was a joke that he was going to bed Saturday night and he went to bed early because he had to get up, you know, to go and take me or go to pick me up. And he said, I need to get my sleep if I'm going to be excited to see you tomorrow and not dead tired. And we had joked earlier in the week that, yes, he was looking forward to me coming home and was excited about me coming home, but not as excited as the dogs were going to be. And I made the sarcastic comment, oh, you mean you're not going to jump up and down frantically and lick me from head to toe? And he went, no. So we got a big laugh out of that. And just as an FYI, when I got home, that is exactly what the dogs did. But when I got there and got outside, he was waiting at the car at Arrivals. I got a really big hug and a really big kiss. And just the look on his face, I could tell that he was truly happy to see me. And that meant a lot. And I have to admit, I had the feeling and the thought process was, wow, is this all I had to do? I just had to go away for a week and, you know, then I would have my husband's undying love and affection. So it was really funny. Needed to take a sip. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up because I have a good bit for all of these. Check out my placement. And when you pull these rulers up, you just need to do it slowly to make sure that you're not pulling up any drills with it. Let's see here. Look at that. Look how straight that bottom line is. And that was what I was going for. That was what I was going for. Can you guys see? There, let me pull you in some. There we go. See how straight that is? So that's what I'm looking for. And I tell you, you know that click sound you get occasionally? That's what I got from here. And guys, look at that. I have my light pad on. All of the sparkle you're seeing, that's all ABs and fairy dust. There's no light shining through. So I'm really excited with how this is coming along and using these rulers. There's no way I'm going to use it, like I said, for the entire painting. But I'm going to try and do it for, you know, the bottom edge to try and keep everything straight moving forward. So I will keep you updated on how that goes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here because I know I've been blabbing my mouth for quite a while. I just had a lot to catch you guys up on. I'm back. I need to play catch up. I have 8 sections of my mystery kit to do. This is my Wickedly Witchy, and I wanted this done by the end of October, and I just now finished the first square for the first time with you guys. I have not even laid one drill on old wood mill The old wood mill. That's what it's called. The subscriber participation. So look for a short for that this week of showing the numbers that are still available if you need to pick. And keep an eye out. There will be short updates throughout the event of me showing the section when I open it with no drills on it. And then that same short will have when it's finished, and I will be announcing who it was that chose that section. So keep an eye out on that. And then when it's all done, when I do finish it, I'm going to take all of those shorts and I'm going to add them in, and there's going to be a whole like procession of the completion of the painting. So I think that'll be really cool, and I hope you guys will really like that. I will have 2 unboxings this week. One is for a mini set from Ever After that I just got. And another is going to be, I'm hoping it'll be this week. It might be next week. So please don't get angry if you don't see it this week. But guys, I'm announcing a new series on my channel. I am doing a labor of love project. It is similar to a passion project. I asked you guys for names for it, and it was a tribe member actually who posted labor of love, and I loved it. So we're going to do that because it is going to be a labor of love. It's going to be labor of love snow. So look forward to seeing that unboxing of those kits, because yes, it is multiple. The other thing I need to catch everybody up with is the name for my new dragonfly from Carissa's Craft Corner. I also want to say one thing real quick. If you watch the Mooney Maid review, maybe I didn't say this. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. I don't want anyone to get in the impression that I don't like the carousel at all. I don't like it for how I normally kit my kits up. I do know that I said that I wish I would have had it when I did my J-wall, because it would have been perfect. That is a perfect item to use if you are doing a high confetti count. I know a lot of people said, oh, I use it and I put 1,000, 1,500 drills in there. My question to those of you who said that is then, but are you diamond painting out of the tray, or are you dumping those drills into another tray to diamond paint out of? That is the question that I have for you all. So if you were one that posted and stated the fact that you kit up into it and you love it and you put, 1,000 to 1,500 drills in there in each of those trays, can you please let me know, are you just using that in place of, say, like an Elizabeth Ward container? Or are you actively diamond painting out of that tray? Or are you dumping the drills into another tray to diamond paint with? That is what I want to know. So if you can let me know that, I would be greatly appreciated. He needed a name. Well, guys, I actually am taking 2 different people gave me names. And let me see if I can find out, because I, of course, forgot to write it down. Let me go back to, where is YouTube? Okay, let's go to YouTube and let's go to my video. And it is my last small shop. Yeah, if you watched my small shop on Saturday and was like, Heather, this is the same small shop. Yes, it was, but I fixed it. So I uploaded the wrong video. So please go and please go and rewatch it, because it is different shops. Okay, so some of the names that were offered were Charles, Charlie, T. Hanks, Pumpkin, or Jack O'Lantern. I did ask for fall names. Clancy was one that was really recommended too, to go with Claude and Claudette. And if I wasn't looking for a fall name because he's all orange, I would have said that would have been probably it. Then WendyK said saffron, amber, or crimson. My favorite is pumpkin. I got Gomez, I got Clancy as well, and then All Spare 1082, which is Shireen. She is a member of my Diamond Tribe. She is from Australia. She currently lives in Miami, but she checks that box of me having an Australian, so I got that continent taken care of too. She said I like spice as a name. So I am taking one of Wendy's and I am taking one of Shirene's and I am putting it together and I am introducing you to Crimson Spice. So this is Crimson Spice, which I am making that is a female name. So Crimson Spice is going to be joining the ranks with Claude and Claudette. So I have decided that Crimson Spice is a second cousin. So she's flown in for the holiday, fall holiday season, and she will be sticking around till after Thanksgiving. So we'll have to see if I can't wrangle a winter dragonfly to go with my spring and summer dragonfly with Claude and Claudette. But say hello to Crimson Spice. And for Shireen and WendyK going and making this, please know that you will be receiving something special as a thank you in the mail from me. So give me a week or two to get it out, but you will be getting a special prize as a thank you for picking out his name. So thank you both very, very much. So thank you all. Please do not exit out of the video because those shorts from Colorado are coming up next. So I am going to say goodbye now, but please stick around. Also, I hope you guys paid attention to the new opening and the new ending. And I want to throw a shout out to Melissa. She is a member of my Patreon. And she has become basically my social media person. She is creating awesome posts, great graphics, and is helping improve my channel. And I really appreciate it. She is a dear, dear friend. And I'm jealous because she has snow. She lives in British Columbia, Canada, and it is snowing there. So I am very, very jealous. I need to put her on my next list of people to go visit just because I need the snow. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoy the videos. Please hit that like, leave me a comment, share my video wherever you can. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It is completely free because I'd love for you to stick around and see all the amazing things that are coming this fall and winter at the Diamond Tribe and Diamonds and Dragonflies. And you will get to start, I'm going to start leaving little sneak peeks of what is going to be coming up next year for the channel. One final little teaser is look for a video this Friday. I will be addressing a video, actually a couple of videos that have been put up by another diamond paint creator that I feel is really bashing a lot of creators unnecessarily and untruthfully. So there will be a Frankly Friday this Friday for me to share my thoughts and opinions on the things that she had to say. And guys, it will be my first video in a very long time where you are actually going to see my face for the length of the video. So I'm going to do it. I'm not going to diamond paint. I'm going to sit here and just have a conversation with you guys. So stay tuned for that on Friday. All right, guys, I will talk to you all later. Don't forget to watch the videos after my goodbye. And remember that without the dark, we'd never get to see the stars. Enjoy the videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye. everybody, it's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies, and I am in Colorado with Miss Allison. So it was definitely an ordeal getting here, to say the least. Baltimore was not very nice to me. So we are on our 4-hour trek from Denver to Grand Junction, and we are at about not quite the halfway mark, almost the halfway mark. And I have no idea what town are we in, or near, or city. But I will insert pictures because there's none right here. But so I'm waving my finger to know where to put the pictures in. But guys, I got snow. I got to see snow on the mountains in October. I'm so excited. So it is Sunday, October 5th, and I got to see snow. So I'm very happy. All right, we'll check back in later because we are not sure. Oh, hold on. We got a road sign coming up here. Maybe it'll tell us what town we are near. Let's see. Silverthorne. Yeah. We are near Silverthorne and Dillon in Colorado. All right, we'll check in later. Bye, guys. Hey, everybody. I hope the wind is not making too much noise. This is the Book Cliffs. So I've been in Grand Junction, Colorado. That's where I am right now. And these are called the Book Cliffs. They are my absolute favorite. They are not even a mile away from where I'm standing. Then over here we have the Grand Mesa set of mountains. And then the start of the Monument mountain range that is behind me. And it does go completely over here. Sorry, that's the truck that we're in. So if you don't know, I've been in Colorado since Saturday. I am visiting a tribe member and my best friend, Allison. I flew into Denver on Sunday, and we drove back to Grand Junction, which is about a 4-hour drive. And I've been here since Sunday. Today is my last full day in Grand Junction. Tomorrow morning we get up and we drive back to Denver. And we'll spend 2 days in Denver staying at a hotel, and then I fly home very early Sunday morning. And I'm excited because when I get to Denver later tomorrow evening, I'm going to be joined by another tribe member that is flying in that I get to meet for the first time. I'm so excited to get to meet Michelle. We are going to get in so much trouble Friday night and Saturday. So hopefully I will be back next week with videos and not, still in Colorado because I've been arrested. I'm just kidding. So I'm really enjoying my time here. It has been great. I miss you all, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Please make sure that you go and check out the old wood mill video unboxing so that you can be a part of the subscriber participation, and you can pick a section for me to add when I get home. Please make sure you check the comments though, and make sure you're not putting in a duplicate, or look and see if I've replied that you need to pick another number, because we're getting down. Over half of the numbers have been picked. I'm super excited. All right, guys, I love you all. Have a great day and stay diamond painting and smiling. Bye, guys.